Your first band's Subterfuge actually just got written up in AP, right?
Yeah.
How'd that feel? You know, it's you guys didn't tour much. You know,
yeah.
You played Long Island a lot for the early 2000 era.
Yeah.
And like to have it written up, you know, 11 years later, like.
Dude, that was such a good feeling for a few reasons. You know, mainly because that was from the day we started Subterfuge in like January of '96 till the day we stopped playing. It was October 2003. You know, that band was my life.
Yeah.
You know, every single thing I did revolved around that band. We played for a good. I remember because we did a 5-year anniversary show. We didn't make a huge deal about, hey, 5-year anniversary. But it's kind of, we realized, like, oh, we're playing a show in January in 2000 or 2001, I don't remember.
5 years later.
2001, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. And while we were playing, or before the show, it was like, yo, this is like 5-year anniversary. We're like, holy shit, can we be playing for 5 years? And we were a 3-piece for 5 years.
All right.
Chris sang and played guitar. And it was funny because that 5-year show was the first time we'd ever played a show that people we didn't know came to see us. 5 years. Once we did that, people, you know, started to kind of treat us like a real band.
Yeah.
And at that point, we'd been playing for 5 years, so we had our shit together.
Yeah,
we were,
definitely.
you know, we thought we were a good band, and we couldn't, you know, catch on in the Long Island scene. Like I said, it was our lives, and it was very frustrating. It's kind of like, we're trying so hard, we're writing so many songs, we're putting things out, we're playing shows, and we really think we're really good, nobody pays attention, we kind of stop giving a shit. As soon as we stop giving a shit, that's when people started
like, yeah, I kind of remember that transition of your band is from going to, like, you know, a couple of kids being into, and, like, friends or whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, one of the biggest hardcore bands in Long Island.
Back to your original question. When the whole idea of the article came out, or came up.
Would they come to you personally?
Yeah. It was like such a gratifying feeling because we did the reunion at Long Island Fest this last year, and I think that's kind of how it got on the radar that the band existed. But it was like, oh, we're doing like a My First Band feature. You know, like, do you want to do it? I was like, yeah. They're like, all right, well, you know, do you have like photos? Do you have like stories? I was like, dude.
Sold. Yeah.
Let's do this. They're like, all right, cool.
Did they do it just for you, or was it other bands involved? I didn't actually read it. I just saw that you posted something about it.
I think it's going to be an ongoing thing, but we were the first.
So you're the first, and it's just you guys. It's not like a couple pages.
Yeah. Cool. I believe it's the thing is called My First Band.
All right, Rick. With drug and alcohol abuse on the rise, and you know whether you're straight edge, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you witnessed this, but you know, especially in the music scene, a lot of my friends personally have died of heroin or you know, other deaths related to drugs and alcohol. Like, I don't know, what is your opinion on that topic, or if any experiences? You know, I know being straight edge, you probably don't have personal ones. But.
Well, I mean, a big reason I'm straight is I grew up around substance abuse, flat. You know, and that was something that was the catalyst of like, I'm not gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I'm doing this to rebel against that. It was just kind of like, you know, people are like, well, how could you be straight edge if you've never been drunk, or you never, you know, did drugs or whatever. It's kind of like, I mean, I lived it.
Yeah.
Like
secondhand.
Growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't like I don't need to find out. And I'm not even the type of person like, you're doing that, you're wrong. Like, I'm better than you. It's kind of like. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm above that, but it's kind of like, it's almost like I had the experience without having to go through it
personally, yeah.
You know, first person. You know, because I mean, I did go through it personally.
Yeah.
By, you know, being involved or, you know, being around it for as long as I, like, you know, whatever amount of years counts as you growing up. You know, when I first discovered the term straight edge, you know, especially with, you know, growing up in Smithtown High School where everybody is just like rich, white, preppy jocks, it kind of makes sense that, like, oh, you're in high school now, start getting fucked up and, you know, just be that typical Long Island rich white kid douchebag that if anything is different than you gotta be down on it. So when I first discovered the term straight edge and was like, hey, like, that's me. Like, that's cool. And you listen to the song Straight Edge again. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I'm getting psyched. But that first Minor Threat record, you know, the song Straight Edge and Bottle Violence, Out of Step. Like when I heard that, I was just kind of like, wow, like that's sick. And then you hear it more and more, and especially, you know, around that time, like I was 15, so like you have that rage. I've never lost that anyway, but still, like I get psyched on that, and then I have some douchebag in a Fish shirt being like, oh man, second period, let's get stoned, like, hey, like you don't drink? Oh, that's so stupid. That made me be like, well, fuck you, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't drink, I'm straight edge, and I'm, you know, and I'm better than you, and you're taller than me, and if you get that shit in my face, I'll fucking knock you out. You know, I guess what should happen, you know, like in me being in the position I'm in now, I should have something to offer to that. But you know, the only thing I can offer is like if you're not just a musician but involved in music or involved in anything, and you feel like you need to run to drugs as a crutch or as you know, something that you're using to, you know, medicate yourself.
Yeah.
You know, throw yourself into your passion, no matter what it is. And like I said, I know so many things, especially what I was saying about hardcore before, but this as well. This is like super cliche and like dare programming. But you know, it could be anything. Like if you're an artist, or like if you draw, you know, like use that. Mm-hmm. And anyone's like, oh, you don't understand, it's not the same. Like I feel like I do because I grew up around it and I had a couple of passions.
Anything else you'd like to add? Shout outs, whatever, you know.
And thanks for doing this.
Yeah,
I think this is a great thing. You know, it's very easy to be like, oh, don't do drugs, or oh, I'm straight edge, or like, oh, I drink, but I'm kind of, you know, I keep it under wraps, so you do that too. And it's not. I know it's not that easy.
Yeah.
You know, so I think to actually delve into it and have people talk about it, I think it's awesome. Especially like you said, you know, we've had tragedies.
Yeah,
here,
a lot of them.
You know, all the time, but recently, and it's been like it's getting to be like too much. Like, all right, we gotta do something to kind of hopefully make sure this stops. You know, and so I feel like it's awesome that this exists. So thank you for having me.
Word up.